Hello, welcome to BioGreat TV. If you're new here, please subscribe and turn on the notification so you don't miss our next video. Major natural resources in Liberia. Liberia is a country that boasts of quite a number of firsts and onlys in both Africa and the world. It was the first African country to proclaim its independence. Liberia attained independence as early as 1847 on the 26th of July to be precise. This makes Liberia the first and oldest modern republic in Africa. Also, Liberia is the only African country that was colonized by America. Lastly, Liberia is the only country in the world currently ruled by an ex-professional football player of global repute, George Weah, who is the only African till date to win the FIFA World Player of the Year and the Ballon d'Or, is the country's 25th president and was sworn into office in 2018. Those are quite unique records, don't you think? Anyway, this video is really about the major natural resources found in Liberia. So let's get down to it, shall we? Iron ore. Iron ore is one of the important minerals found in Liberia. In the 1960s and 1970s, the country was actually the largest producer of iron ore in Africa and the third largest in the world. Iron ore accounted for more than half of Liberia's export earnings during that time. But due to political unrest which led to a civil war that lasted 14 years till 2003, production dropped to almost zero, but things are picking up gradually. As at 2018, Liberia was the second largest exporter of the mineral in Africa, behind South Africa, who is number one and the third in the world. Globally, Liberia occupies the 21st position in the ranks of iron ore exporting countries. There are 5 iron ore mining fields in the country, the first and oldest of them being Bomi Hills. Others are Nano River, Tokade, Bong and Mount Nimba South Mines. The production of iron ore is estimated at about 20 million tons annually. Diamonds. There are deposits of diamonds in the west and central parts of Liberia. In the past 50 years, the diamond output of Liberia has amounted to about 14 million carats. In the 1970s, output from small-scale production stood at 600,000 carats per annum. Again, conflict in the region led to sanctions from the United Nations, leading to a drop in the country's diamond production. From 2007, however, production of diamond began to rise again gradually after the country became a Kimberley Process participant. The Kimberley Process Certification Scheme (KPCS) was established in 2003 by the United Nations to prevent conflict diamond from entering the mainstream rough diamond market. In 2014, the levels rose to about 80,000 carats. In more recent years, production has grown even higher. The country's current diamond production is estimated to be around 200 carats per year. Gold. The history of gold mining in Liberia dates back to the era when former slaves were resettled there. Though mining was small-scale then and was done by artisanal miners. With time, gold mining began to grow in importance and prominence. By the 1970s, it had grown to become a significant contributor to the country's GDP. The Gondoja Ndablama district in the western part of Liberia was the center of mining operations during this time. Before the Civil War broke out, the mineral sector contributed about 25% to the nation's GDP, and gold export was responsible for a large portion of that percentage. As at 2014, the country's gold production was estimated to be 15,991 ounces per year. The potentials in the gold mining sector is still very great as the reserves have not been fully tapped into. Oil. In 2012, Liberia announced that it had found oil in commercial quantities in its offshore territory. The unproven oil reserves are estimated to be in excess of 1 billion barrels. Other mineral deposits found in Liberia include lead, manganese, and graphite. In 2013, the mineral sector as a whole accounted for about 11% of the gross domestic product of Liberia. Agricultural resources. Before the outbreak of civil war, agriculture accounted for about 40% of the country's GDP, and Liberia was a producer and exporter of timber and rubber. Prior to the war also, Liberia's rubber industry generated more than $100 million in export earnings yearly. Coffee, cocoa, and rice are important agricultural produce in Liberia. The Ebola crisis of 2014 really hit the agriculture sector of Liberia, resulting in reduced productions. Due to large areas being closed for activities, mobility was reduced and farms were abandoned. Labor also became very short in supply as people migrated from production areas that were hit by the virus. For instance, income from rubber export dropped by about 20% as a result of the outbreak. Also, rice, which is an important staple, could not be harvested and replanted. However, things are beginning to take shape again with the containment of the virus. National parks. Liberia has 2 national parks which are safe havens for a wide variety of wild animals. Some of the animals include chimpanzees, pygmy hippos, forest elephants, and antelopes. Hopes are on Liberia to fully recover from the devastations from the civil war and the fallout of the Ebola virus epidemic and become a prosperous nation. It has the resources and potential to make that a reality. What have we missed out of these resources? Let's know in the comment section. Will it be ridiculous to subscribe to our channel? If no, please like this video, share and subscribe to our channel.